So branding is basically something that will set you apart from anybody else, and they will basically look at this branding or look at this logo, and they would immediately know that it's you, first of all, and they'll also know, like, sort of what it is about. Hi entrepreneurs, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching all the previous videos. Make sure to keep liking, sharing and viewing them, and obviously I would love to hear your feedback, so make sure you comment as well. Great. So today I want to do something different. So I want to do a fun little activity, and obviously also talk about our episode called branding and how important it is to have a brand that is relatable to your customers or your audience as well, because that way they remember you. So just as a challenge, what I would like you guys to do is, if you can look at our logo, which should be just about here, I want you to depict our logo and see whether you can understand why we chose that asset for our logo. And on the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the reveal of, this is what we thought when we came up with the logo. And obviously, feel free to give me your ideas and let us know how you think it went. And also a sneak peek, we are looking at very soon launching our Entrepreneurs Diaries website, so you can find all of our website information and details on our website as well. And we're gonna have like cool sort of calendar invitations and all of that. If you ever wanted to have a one-to-one chat with me about marketing, or even just a chat in general, or something that you would like to share with me, then that's the place to go. Obviously DM me straight away if you wanted to as well. Okay, so what is branding? So having a brand could either be just your logo, or could be the color scheme that you're going to do, the font that you're going to do, the assets that you're going to have in your logo. So branding is basically something that will set you apart from anybody else, and they will basically look at this branding or look at this logo, and they would immediately know that it's you, first of all, and they'll also know, like, sort of what it is about. So nowadays logos are so wide in variety that actually that is not the case anymore, but it's all about the brand image, and being able to allow your customers to recognize who the post is from, or who the blog article is from, by simply looking at the logo, or your style of writing, or even the name, shall we say. So let's start with the logo. There's various different types of logos that you can choose from. You can have like a name logo, a linear logo, or an asset logo. You can have a probably graphically designed. There's so many different words for them as well. Google it, you'll find it out. One logo that I particularly would encourage you to do is one that is close to what your business is. So does it reach a target audience? Is it something that they would know, recognize as, this is the line of business that you do? And also, this is your representation. So I'm going to show you what we did in the beginning. When I started about 5 years ago, I just envisioned everything. I wanted to have rainbow, I wanted to have this, I wanted to have that. And then when we created the logo, one of my friends helped me. I'm so glad that she helped me, because I didn't know Photoshop at all. And she helped me create something that I thought was, this was the quality for me. And then, and you can see it here. This was my previous logo, and this is my now logo. So you can see the complete different transition. And I needed to transition it to make it look, the part for a business, because before this could have been a child's play, I would say. But this was the way I envisioned it. And if you look at the logo, nobody would understand what it's about. But if you look at the new logo, you would understand it's about marketing, or it's about sales going higher, it's the whole curve going higher. There's a whole thought process behind it. The next thing is color choices. You don't want to have a color that is a negative impact for your audience. So for example, usually in medical fields, they have like the whole gray, blue, green tones. What you don't want to have is like the whole, black and red tone. You can have that, you can get away with that, but very cleverly you've got to design your leaflets or banners or websites, or however you want to design it. And but usually the audience associate healthcare with that kind of blue theme, and green theme going forward, for and there is actually something called the color psychology, where there are certain colors that can spark an emotion or reaction. So I would encourage you to go and have a look through that. Obviously you guys might have like a professional graphic designer doing this and they're well versed at what they're doing and they know everything, but it's always good for you also to have that kind of opinion within when you're creating a brand, because at the end of the day, once you establish the brand, yes, people have changed it years later and you can do that, but if you continuously change it, it's not a good idea. So it's always good to see if you can have a solid brand in the beginning, get people to recognize you, have that brand awareness, and then even if you change it later, it's okay. Then comes obviously font, and now there's a wide range of fonts around. There's like Google fonts, there's like fancy fonts, there's so many different kind of fonts that you can use for your business. And again, really depends on one, can it be readable? Is it readable on your website? Is it readable on printed material? Does it look good? Should I use the same font that I use for the logo? Well, if it works for you, then why not? Go for it. And then there's all the kind of things about can I use one type of logo in one asset, another type of logo another? Well, it really depends. So for example, if you have like a asset and a name underneath it, what you could do from social media, for example, only use that round asset, or however the asset is, you can only use that logo for the social media post without actually having the complete one. Can I rearrange it? Of course you can. You can move it to the side, you can move it up and down. Just depends on it. As long as you don't keep mixing it, then people are like, hold up a second, which way is it? I'm so confused. So what you want to do is establish the ground rules, like for example, in social media I'm just going to use the asset, on website I'm going to have the complete form. Should you use it in different colors, like black and white? You should always have it in different kinds of colors, because in a black environment you want to have it probably in a white color logo, or if the color in the background is quite dark, you want to have light colors. So you can have variety of the logo in different colors, but I would probably advise you to try and stick to very minimalized changing all the time. And yeah, this is what I would say. Please do make sure that you look at this logo challenge that I've given you guys. So here is the logo, and obviously you can see it in the corner as well. Have a look at logo, think about it, and let me know. Maybe you've already understood it, but I want you to see why you think I chose this logo. It could be really obvious, or you can think about it a little bit more. Okay, great. Thank you guys.